New trend. Show a picture of your boyfriend holding a fish, then a picture of him and you. This is him holding a slimy dead thing, and this is him holding the love of his life.
Tens of thousands!
Let's agree to disagree right now, okay? Because I know we're going to do it. See, you may have the tens of thousands of women, but I have the tens of thousands of men. What the women aren't telling you is how toxic they were to them. How all the time they were never f***ing good enough no matter how hard they worked. But they got up and went to work when she didn't. And when they tried to escape reality by getting on their Xbox for a few minutes, oh, it was a problem. He wasn't allowed to have his own life. He was a prisoner in his marriage. But he would have dealt with it for more years to come. Because he loves his wife and kids. And he knows as soon as that secret divorce was forced on him, he would lose everything, even his kids. What you don't see, sir, is the injustice that's happening behind a lot of those women that are power tripping. Well, he's going to do what I want, or I'm going to get divorced and take the kids. And you know what happens to a lot of those men? They go home to their empty homes and commit suicide. They were never, ever good enough. Think about it for a minute.
Now from the top, make it top.
I will probably never pay off my student debt, but I would have sex with a guy if he paid off my student loans. Like, I would never sleep my way to the top, but I would for sure sleep my way to breaking even.
Do not understand why the question when dating is always, can you cook? As if that's the only thing a woman can and should know how to do. I'm about to start asking these men, can you fix a leak? Do you know how to change a flat tire? Do you know how to build a house? Sir, can you grill?
This is how we solve all of your problems. He didn't text me back. You have a full roster, okay? You line them up. He ditches you, you grab the next and the next and the next.
So I'm talking to this girl on Tinder and we're actually having a really good conversation. And so we decided to meet up, and I know you shouldn't meet up for like nice dinners, but it was going well and she wanted to try this new place. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just do it. So we go there. And she shows up with, like, a guy. And I'm like, what's up? Like, who's this? Your interpreter? Like, what the f***? And she's like, oh, like, this is my date. And I'm bamboozled because I'm like, I'm your date. And she goes, well, I wanted it to be like a three-way kind of thing. And I'm like, what the hell? And I'm just not the kind of person that, like, can just get up and leave when I'm already, like, in front of someone. So I stayed through the dinner. It was very awkward. She thought we were both gonna like date her and be her boyfriend at the same time. And at the end, she like hands me the check and she's like, do you just want to grab this? What the?
This is the Put a Finger Down Hoe edition. Put a finger down if you've been in more than 10 relationships. Put another finger down if you've been in more than 4 relationships in the last year. Put a finger down if you've left someone you're dating to date someone else. Put a finger down if your body count is over 5. Put a finger down if you've texted more than 3 people at once or talked to more than 3 people at once. Put a finger down if you've sent the same message to at least 2 people. Put a finger down if you've dated your ex's best friend. Put a finger down if you've moved on in less than a week. Put a finger down if you've dated someone that your friend liked. Put a finger down if you have a spot that you bring dates. And then put a finger down if you've kissed more than 2 people in 24 hours.
For you, I'm gonna let you hit it for free. For you, I'm gonna let you hit it for free. For you.
He asked the fuck, I'ma charge him a fee.
So, the patriarchy is like a man having his boot on a woman's neck. Feminism is women asking that the boot be removed. Men's rights activists think that having to take their boot off a woman's neck is some sort of reverse oppression. Conservatives figure that there was never a problem with the boot being on the neck until the woman started complaining about it, and if everybody would just shut the up, things would be fine. Good guys take any complaint about the boot as a personal attack because not all men wear boots. Male allies try to discuss the issue in a way without alienating the boot. Women with internalized misogyny don't know why these other women are complaining about the boot on their neck. They love having the boot on their neck, and there's something wrong with the women who complain. Meanwhile, the boot stays on the f***ing neck.
So it was finally time to put the spy camera I bought to the test and try to catch my girlfriend cheating. It looks just like a normal charger. It's pretty realistic, so pretty happy with that. I decided to set it up right here so I could see if anyone came into our room at night, and yeah. From an angle, you can't really see the camera at all, so that was pretty great. It's pretty much invisible. I'm gonna leave the house now for a couple days and tell her I'm gonna go to my friend's house, and we're gonna see what she does. A while after, we got a notification from the app that there was motion detected in the camera. And when we looked at the live stream, we could see someone's feet on the top left part of the screen. It's definitely not her feet. They're way too big. And that's 100% another guy. I ran home to kick this other guy out of my house. And literally, she locked me out. This girl literally locked me out of my own house when she has another guy over.
It's all by your side.
Don't got it. Don't got it. Don't got it. Don't got it. I actually have that one. And that one. Not that one.
Hi, Dan. I just moved in next door. I'm a supermodel.
I don't care who the IRS sends. I am not paying taxes.
If your fiance is at a bachelor party in Florida at AJ's, and his name is Nate, he came up to us out of the blue, drunk as fuck, to tell us that he would take a bullet for you, he would fight any man for you, and you were made for him. I just want you to know, girl. True love. Congratulations, man! Congrats to you. Cheers to you, my love. Good love. Good love.
Crazy curvy weight, big titties, little weight. Yada 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 yada.
Want to know a sad Hollywood tragedy? This is the life of Brendan Fraser. He was one of the biggest names in Hollywood in the 90s. He did movies such as George in the Jungle, and of course the Mummy trilogy, and many, many more. The future was looking bright for Fraser, and everyone was waiting for his upcoming movies. After an award-winning performance in the movie Crash, he slowly began to fade away, and he took a break for 2 years. Everyone was surprised when he made a comeback. But here's the thing, he didn't look the same. He made a drastic change in his appearance, and everyone was noticing this. And his movies weren't doing so well. So what really happened in those 2 years? Turns out it wasn't just a bad day, but rough years with his marriage. After 10 years, the couple decided to divorce, but it wasn't pretty. After the couple split, Afton Smith, Brendan Fraser's wife, won an alimony of $900,000 a month. But here's the thing, Brandon wasn't getting the same gigs, and he couldn't afford this. Afton stated he's hiding his earning to reduce the monthly alimony. During this time, he also lost his mom. Now the actor's trying to get his life back and get more gigs. Pray for him, guys!
So I just received a letter in the mail from my county's friend of the court. My daughter's mother has taken the 5 phone calls I get a week down to 3 phone calls a week to tell my daughter goodnight. I don't understand why dads don't have rights. Dads don't have a leg to stand on. I don't understand how a phone call goodnight can hurt anything. I just wish that the mothers that do this kind of thing would realize that the damage that they're causing onto their kids is far greater than the spite that they should have for their ex.
If I'm on your For You page, you're not on straight TikTok. But you're not on alt TikTok. You're on daddy and mommy issues TikTok. So how's your hypersexuality, codependency, and self-esteem issues going? Also, which mental illnesses do you have?